When you earn money as an employee, you pay taxes first and spend later. When you earn as a corporation, you spend first and pay taxes later. That's the secret of the wealthy. They know the game and they play it wisely. Financial education is not just about earning more, it's about keeping more. Lesson 5. The rich invent money. Opportunities are never missing. They are only invisible to the untrained eye. The rich don't wait for opportunities, they create them. They invest when others panic, and they build when others quit. Your wealth grows only when your creativity grows. The more you learn, the more doors open. Remember, money flows to ideas. Lesson 6. Work to learn, not to earn. Most people look for higher salaries, the rich look for higher skills. Learn sales, marketing, communication, investing, and leadership. Each skill adds a new layer to your value. When you stop learning, your growth stops. Work in places that teach you, not just pay you. Every job is a classroom, if you see it that way. Lesson 7. Overcome fear and take risks. Fear keeps most people poor. The fear of losing money, the fear of failure, and the fear of what others will think. Rich Dad said, "The biggest risk is not taking any risk." Courage doesn't mean you never feel fear, it means you act in spite of it. Failure is not the end, it's tuition you pay for success. Lesson 8. The need for financial literacy. Money without knowledge is like power without control. Many people win the lottery and go broke in a few years. Why? Because they never learned how to handle wealth. Rich Dad always said, it's not how much money you make. It's how much you keep, how hard it works for you, and how many generations it serves. Knowledge is wealth. Protect it, grow it, and share it. Lesson 9. Pay yourself first before paying bills, before taxes, before spending. Pay yourself first. Put money into your savings and investments, even if it's small. This habit trains your brain to prioritize wealth building. When you pay yourself first, you send a signal to the universe. I respect my money and I am ready for more. Discipline comes before abundance. Lesson 10. The power of giving. Rich people understand one divine principle. Money grows when it circulates. The more you give, knowledge, service, kindness, or wealth, the more life gives back to you. Greed closes the flow. Gratitude and generosity open it. As Rich Dad said, if you want something, first give what you seek. Give knowledge to others and you'll gain wisdom. Give value and wealth will follow you naturally. Lesson 11. The cash flow quadrant. The 4 ways to earn money. There are 4 types of people in the world of money. 1. E. Employee, works for someone else. 2. S. Self-employed, works for themselves. 3. B. Business owner, has systems and people working for them. 4. I. Investor, has money working for them. Most people stay in the E and S side, trading time for money. The rich move to the B and I side, where systems and investments create freedom. Learn to move from working for money to building assets to becoming an investor. That's the ultimate transformation. Lesson 12. Choose your friends. Carefully surround yourself with people who talk about ideas, not complaints. If you walk with 5 millionaires, you'll become the 6th. If you walk with 5 doubters, you'll stay stuck. Energy is contagious. Choose your circle with wisdom. Lesson 13. Master the power of focus. The poor focus on problems. The rich focus on opportunities. Whatever you focus on expands. So focus on learning, growing, and creating. Energy flows where attention goes. Keep your eyes on progress, not on obstacles. Lesson 14. Build a legacy, not just wealth. Money can vanish. Markets can fall. But a legacy of knowledge and value lives forever. Teach others what you learn. Empower your family and next generations. That's the true meaning of financial freedom. Not just living rich, but leaving richness behind. Lesson 15. Action is the real education. Reading and learning are useless without action. Rich Dad used to say, knowledge is potential power, but only when applied. Start small, buy 1 asset, read 1 book, take 1 risk. Every step compounds. Don't wait to be perfect, just begin. Because the journey from poor dad to rich dad starts with 1 simple decision. To act. Lesson 16. Learn the language of money. Money has its own language, the language of accounting, investing, and cash flow. If you can't read financial statements, you're like a tourist lost without a map. The rich learn this language early. They understand where their money comes from and where it goes. They track numbers, not emotions. When you master money's language, you control your destiny. Lesson 17. Don't rely on a single source of income. One of the greatest financial mistakes is depending on only one income, usually a job. Jobs can vanish, markets can change, but your skills and investments stay with you forever. Create multiple income streams, small ones but steady, because one engine can fail but 5 will keep you flying. Lesson 18. The difference between being rich and being wealthy. Being rich means having money now. Being wealthy means having freedom forever. Rich people can lose their money, but wealthy people have systems, investments, and knowledge that rebuild it. Aim not for riches, aim for wealth. Because true wealth is the ability to live life on your own terms. Lesson 19. Taxes are the price of ignorance. The poor and middle class pay taxes first. The rich understand the tax system. They legally pay less by being smart. They invest in things that give tax advantages, businesses, real estate, and assets that benefit the economy. The more financially educated you become, the more money you keep. Ignorance is expensive. Lesson 20. Invest in what you understand, don't invest blindly. Understand the business, the numbers, and the risks. If you can't explain an investment to a 10-year-old, you don't understand it well enough. The rich do not gamble. They study, learn, and then act. Education reduces risk. Lesson 21. Be a lifelong student. The moment you think you know enough, you stop growing. Rich Dad always said, "The more I learn, the more I realize how much I don't know." Stay curious, attend seminars, read books, study people who have what you desire. Your mind is your greatest asset. Keep upgrading it. Lesson 22. Use debt wisely. Bad debt takes money from you. Good debt brings money to you. Borrowing to buy luxury items is bad debt. Borrowing to buy income-generating assets is good debt. The rich don't avoid debt. They use it as a tool because smart debt multiplies wealth. Lesson 23. Control your emotions. Money is emotional, and fear and greed control most people. Fear makes them hold back. Greed makes them rush in. The rich stay calm. They make logical, not emotional, financial decisions. When others panic, they see opportunities. Master your emotions, and you master your money. Lesson 24. Learn to manage time like money. Time is your most valuable currency. Poor people trade hours for money. Rich people trade ideas, systems, and assets for freedom. Spend your time building things that outlive you: knowledge, income streams, and relationships. Money lost can be regained. Time lost never returns. Lesson 25. Don't be a slave to luxury. Poor dad believed buying nice things makes you successful. Rich dad believed that true success buys you freedom, not stuff. Many people buy luxuries first and struggle later. The rich build assets first, and let those assets pay for their luxuries. Control your desires before they control you. Lesson 26. Wealth begins in the mind. Before money comes, mindset must change. Rich people think in terms of growth, creation, and opportunity. Poor people think in terms of fear, limitation, and security. Your mind is the first asset you must invest in. If your thoughts are poor, no amount of money can make you rich. Change your thinking, and wealth will follow. Lesson 27. Be prepared for the market's ups and downs. Money doesn't stay still, it moves in cycles. There are times to earn, times to save, times to invest, and times to wait. The rich understand that patience is profit. They don't panic when markets fall, they prepare. They buy when others sell and hold when others fear. Every downturn hides a new opportunity. Lesson 28. Don't let school limit your education. Formal education teaches how to work for money. Financial education teaches how to make money work for you. Degrees may give you a job, but self-education gives you freedom. Rich Dad said, "Schools reward memorization, life rewards application. Keep learning beyond classrooms. That's where real success lives." Lesson 29. Invest in building systems. Rich people build systems that generate income automatically. Their business, an online asset, a rental property, all are systems. The poor sell their time. The rich sell results, ideas, and value through systems. Work once but get paid repeatedly. That's the secret of sustainable wealth. Lesson 30. Be accountable for your financial life. Don't blame your boss, government, or family for your situation. Rich Dad taught, you are the CEO of your own life. The moment you take responsibility, your growth begins. Excuses build walls, responsibility builds bridges. Own your life, own your money, own your future. Lesson 31. Learn from every failure. Failure is a teacher, not an enemy. Every mistake reveals something valuable. What doesn't work, what to improve, and how to grow. Poor people fear failure. The rich study it, learn from it, and move forward stronger. Fall 7 times, rise 8. That's the path to mastery. Lesson 32. Be adaptable. The world keeps changing. Money, markets, and technology never stop evolving. What worked yesterday may not work tomorrow. The rich stay flexible, learning new trends, new tools, and new skills. They don't resist change as they ride it. Adaptation is survival. Innovation is profit. Lesson 33. Build relationships before you need them. Wealth grows faster through connections. The rich network with investors, mentors, and like-minded thinkers. They understand that relationships are assets too. One right contact can open doors that money cannot. Surround yourself with people who challenge you to rise higher. Lesson 34. Save to invest, not just to save. Saving alone won't make you rich. If you keep money idle, inflation silently steals it. Rich people save with purpose, to invest and multiply it. Money is like a seed. Plant it wisely and it grows into a tree. Keep it locked away and it dries up. Lesson 35. Learn the art of delayed gratification. The poor want comfort now, the rich sacrifice comfort for a better tomorrow. Wealth is built by those who can wait, who can invest now and enjoy later. Discipline today creates freedom tomorrow. As Rich Dad said, the more you delay pleasure, the bigger your reward will be. Lesson 36. True learning comes from doing, not just reading. Rich Dad always said, you can read about riding a bicycle all day, but until you actually ride one, you'll never truly learn. In life, it's not enough to just read books about money, business, or success. Real understanding comes when you take action, when you try, fail, learn, and grow. Most people remain poor because they fear mistakes. But Rich Dad said, mistakes are lessons in disguise. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Be afraid of staying the same. Every failure teaches you something that no classroom ever can. Lesson 37. Pay yourself first. This is one of the most powerful lessons in Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Poor people pay everyone else first. Bills, rent, taxes. And if something is left, then they think about saving. Rich people do the opposite. They pay themselves first, meaning they save or invest before paying others. When you pay yourself first, you are telling your mind that your growth matters more than anyone else's demand. This discipline builds wealth over time and gives you financial confidence. Lesson 38. Mind your own business. Rich Dad always reminded Robert, your job is not your business. Working for someone else will never make you rich. It will only make them rich. If you want freedom, start building your own business, even if it's small. It could be real estate, online ventures, investing, or anything that creates cash flow without your daily effort. Focus your time and energy on creating assets, not just doing a job. Your goal should be to grow something that works for you, even while you sleep. Lesson 39. Be bigger than your problems. Poor Dad avoided problems. Rich Dad faced them. Rich Dad used to say, don't pray for an easier life, pray to be stronger. Wealthy people grow because they handle bigger challenges, bigger deals, bigger risks, bigger responsibilities. Each time you solve a problem, your mind and confidence expand, so never run from challenges. They are the doors to the next level of success. Lesson 40. Work to learn, not to earn. When you focus only on salary, you limit your growth. Rich Dad advised young people, don't chase money, chase skills. Work in jobs that teach you communication, leadership, sales, and investing, even if they pay less. Money will follow skill. When you build real-world abilities, you become unstoppable no matter what happens in the economy. Lesson 41. Don't rely on the government or the system. Rich Dad believed financial education was your personal responsibility. The system is built to keep you working, paying taxes, and depending on others. If you want true freedom, learn to manage your own money. Governments change, economies rise and fall, but financial intelligence stays with you forever. Be the master of your finances, not the victim of the system. Lesson 42. The rich focus on opportunities. Poor people see obstacles. Rich people see possibilities. When markets crash, most people panic. The rich invest. When new technology arrives, most people fear. The rich adapt and grow. Your wealth depends on how you respond to change. Train your mind to look for hidden chances, not problems. Opportunity is everywhere. Only awareness is missing. Lesson 43. Keep learning about money. Financial education doesn't stop with one book or one success. Rich Dad read constantly, attended seminars, and surrounded himself with smarter people. Money is a game that changes every year. If you don't keep learning, you'll fall behind. Stay curious, study wealth like a scientist. Learn about taxes, real estate, stocks, and new income models. The more you know, the more you grow. Lesson 44. Invest in assets that create cash flow. Rich Dad defined an asset as something that puts money in your pocket. Most people think their car or house is an asset, but if it takes money out, it's a liability. Rich people buy rental properties, dividend-paying stocks, online businesses, things that keep paying them month after month. Before spending on luxury, make sure your assets can pay for it. Build cash flow first, lifestyle later. Lesson 45. Financial freedom is a journey, not a destination. The ultimate goal isn't to be rich for a few years, it's to be free for life. Financial freedom means you have control over your time, choices, and peace of mind. Rich Dad said, money is not the end. It's a tool to create the life you desire. Keep growing, keep learning, and help others on the same path. When you combine purpose with wealth, you achieve true freedom, not just financial but spiritual too. Lesson 46. Control your emotions before they control you. Rich Dad often said, emotions make people poor. When fear takes over, people avoid investing. When greed takes over, people take foolish risks. Emotional discipline separates the rich from the poor. You must learn to stay calm during losses and humble during profits. Wealth is not just a financial game, it's an emotional one. Control your mind, and you'll automatically control your money. Lesson 47. You become what you believe about money. Poor Dad used to say, money doesn't grow on trees. Rich Dad said, money grows in your mind first. Your beliefs shape your financial destiny. If you think money is evil, you'll never attract it. If you think money is powerful and useful, you'll find ways to create it. Change your money mindset, and your financial reality will change with it. You must first become rich mentally before becoming rich physically. Lesson 48. The rich understand the power of time. Time is the most valuable asset, and not money. Rich people use time to multiply money, while poor people trade time for money. Rich Dad said, the moment you stop working for money and make money work for you, you are truly free. Start investing early, because time compounds wealth. Every year you delay, you lose the power of exponential growth. Respect time. It's the real currency of life. Lesson 49. Take calculated risks. There is no wealth without risk. But Rich Dad never took blind risks. He took calculated ones. He said, the difference between a winner and a loser is how they handle fear. Before you invest, study. Before you act, plan. But once ready, move with courage. Avoiding risk is the biggest risk of all, because it guarantees mediocrity. Lesson 50. Surround yourself with financially smart people. Your environment shapes your success. If you spend time with broke people, you'll learn their excuses. If you spend time with successful investors, you'll learn their mindset. Rich Dad believed in the power of the advisory team, accountants, lawyers, mentors, and entrepreneurs who helped him grow. Never be the smartest person in the room. Be the most curious one. Lesson 51. Learn how to sell rich. Dad said, if you can't sell, you can't survive. Selling is not just about products, it's about influence. You sell ideas, vision, and confidence every day. People who can communicate powerfully always rise higher. Learn how to present, persuade, and connect emotionally. It will make you unstoppable in business and life. Lesson 52. Don't be addicted to job security. Poor Dad always told Robert to get a safe job. Rich Dad said, security is an illusion. Jobs may disappear. Industries may collapse. But your skills and creativity will always feed you. Don't depend on one source of income. Build multiple income streams. Freedom begins when you stop begging for security and start creating opportunity. Lesson 53. Fear of losing is the real loss. Most people never invest because they are afraid of losing money. Rich Dad said, The losers are not those who fail, the losers are those who never try. Every successful investor has lost money at some point, but they learned from it. Failure is tuition for success. The only real loss is giving up before you even begin. Lesson 54. Money without purpose is empty rich. Dad taught that money should serve a mission, not ego. Many people chase wealth but lose peace, relationships, and meaning. True wealth is when your money supports your values, when it gives you time for family, freedom to serve others, and joy in living. Purpose gives money its soul. Don't just ask, how can I make more? Why do I want more? Lesson 55. Be a teacher, not just a student. Rich Dad believed knowledge multiplies when shared. He said, if you want to learn something deeply, teach it to others. When you teach financial literacy, you reinforce your own wisdom. Help others rise and you'll never fall. Rich people create more rich people. That's how societies evolve. Your success becomes complete only when you pass it forward. Lesson 56. Learn to make money work for you. Rich Dad said, poor people work for money. Rich people make money work for them. Money is a great servant but a terrible master. When you understand how to invest, how to multiply money through assets, and how to control cash flow, you no longer chase paychecks. You create systems, real estate, businesses, royalties, that keep paying you even when you sleep. This is true financial freedom, when your money never stops working for you. Lesson 57. The power of passive income. Rich Dad believed that real wealth is not measured by how much you earn, but by how long you can live without working. Passive income, like rent, dividends, or royalties, gives you freedom. It lets you spend time with family, travel, and do what you love without worrying about bills. Every rich person focuses on building sources of income that don't depend on time. Start small, stay consistent, and one day your money will grow faster than your effort. Lesson 58. The poor work harder, the rich work smarter. Working hard is good, but working smart is what builds wealth. Rich Dad taught that effort without direction is wasted energy. Instead of working 12 hours a day for a company, learn to build a system that can earn 24 hours a day for you. Intelligence beats labor when it is guided by vision and courage. Don't just hustle, design your hustle. Lesson 59. The power of leverage. Leverage means using other people's money, time, or skills to grow faster. Rich Dad said, you can't do everything alone. Success is a team sport. Use leverage wisely. Borrow smartly, delegate tasks, and build networks that expand your reach. When used correctly, leverage can multiply your success 10 times faster than hard work alone. Lesson 60. The rich take action. Immediately, most people wait for the right time. Rich Dad said, the right time never comes, you must create it. The rich don't overthink. They take calculated steps, learn fast, and adjust quickly. Procrastination is the biggest killer of dreams. Success favors those who move, not those who wait. Lesson 61. The importance of financial education for kids rich. Dad always taught money lessons to his children early. He said, schools teach how to work for money, not how money works. If we teach kids about assets, investments, and financial independence from a young age, they will never fear the future. Generational wealth begins with generational wisdom. Educate your children. That's the best inheritance you can give. Lesson 62. Debt can be good or bad. Learn the difference, rich. Dad explained that not all debt is bad. Bad debt takes money out of your pocket, like loans for luxury items. Good debt helps you buy assets, like real estate or businesses that pay you back more than you borrowed. The poor fear debt, the rich master it. Knowledge makes the difference between financial slavery and financial freedom. Lesson 63. Don't let money change your character. Rich Dad warned, money only reveals who you really are. If you are kind, money will make you more generous. If you are greedy, money will make you more selfish. True wealth is when you can handle power with humility and abundance with gratitude. Stay grounded, because respect and reputation are worth more than any currency. Lesson 64. Wealth is built over time, not overnight. Rich Dad said, there's no shortcut to lasting wealth. People who chase quick money often lose it quickly. Wealth comes from patience, education, and consistent action. Investing is like growing a tree. It takes time, care, and discipline. Focus on long-term growth, and one day you'll realize that every small effort was worth it. Lesson 65. True riches are freedom, peace, and purpose. In the end, Rich Dad taught that money is not the final goal. Freedom is. The goal is to wake up every morning and choose what to do with your time, to spend life with peace, love, and fulfillment. When you use money to serve others, to grow spiritually, and to live your purpose, you have achieved real success. Money is a tool. Freedom is the destination. So, my friends, you've just listened to 65 powerful lessons from one of the most important books ever written, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. These lessons are not just about money. They are about mindset, because real wealth begins inside your mind, in how you think, how you act, and how you make your choices. The poor and the middle class work for money, but the rich and they make money work for them. Remember this truth. If you master your thoughts, you can master your life. Every lesson from this book is a reminder that you don't need to be born rich. You just need to be financially educated and mentally fearless. Start small, learn daily, and grow continuously. Because the real freedom is not just having money, it's having control over your time, peace, and purpose. If this video gave you even one new idea, one spark of change, then don't keep it to yourself. Like this video, share it with someone who dreams of financial freedom, and subscribe to Life Lessons HR Mukesh, because here we don't just talk about success, we build it, one lesson at a time. Thank you for watching. Keep learning, keep growing, and keep believing, because your best life is waiting. This is Life Lessons HR Mukesh. See you in the next powerful audiobook summary.